We are now in Eisleben, and we're in front of the house where Luther was born. And in German, that's the Geburtstag, or that's his birthday, Geburtstag. And we're with the whole group right now, ready to take a 2-hour tour.
I'm actually standing here in the inside of Luther's birth house, and behind me is probably the table where they would come and have a little breakfast in the morning. Right here in Luther's birth house. So check this out, I'm actually in Luther's church where he was originally baptized, standing right next to the baptismal fount. But the most interesting thing here is actually over here, right up on the altar. There's the birth of Christ. And if you look in the background, check these guys out. Those are miners that were supposedly at the birth of Christ. So again, this was a mining town, and I guess, well, in this town, supposedly, there was miners at the birth of Christ. I just thought it was kind of cool.
Very good.
Blow it out.
Yeah, you gotta blow it out. Come on, ladies, go. Get at it. Get to work.
One more.
One more.
You're in my way.
Ford. And what is a Ford? Henry?
Well, so far it's basically rained every day on our trip, and I've definitely been happy that Grandma brought these ponchos, because I'm looking good in the poncho out here. And anything else?
It's raining. We're in Erfurt, where Luther studied at the university, and we're about ready to go through and see the places where he preached here, and also...
And where he was a monk, right?
And
we're going to see where he was a monk. All right. standing here on the outside of the church where Luther was actually a Catholic monk, and he was ordained or so as a Catholic monk. And the things that I thought were interesting from this is he said that he was always either just really, really cold or really, really hungry the whole time that he was here. So note to self, don't become a Catholic monk. Hard to believe that looking around here, this is very much the same way that Luther would have looked at a lot of these surroundings. It's absolutely gorgeous here, but at the same time, it's still pretty cold.
Here we are in Iceland.
Erfurt.
See, we're drinking beer for lunch.
It never seems to stop raining, city to city, no matter where we go. With Grandma and I, it just never seems to stop raining. Everywhere is raining in Europe all the time, every day. So check this out, I'm standing in front of one of the theaters where Adolf Hitler actually did all of his speeches right up there. It's pretty crazy. We're in our first German shopping mall. This place is pretty crazy. There's kids downstairs playing some version of tennis, and for some reason behind me there's a kid jumping on a trampoline in the middle of the mall. There's about 1 billion people walking around this place, and of course the bathrooms are all the way upstairs on the 3rd or 4th floor. Kind of puts the mega mall to shame, to be totally honest. So here we are at Penta Hotel, and it's sitting right underneath the castle where Martin Luther used to hang out when he actually did the translation of the Bible stuff. So I don't know if you can see that, but right up there on top of the hill, that up there is actually the castle, and I'm sure that's where we'll go tomorrow. So we're just getting ready to enter now Wartburg Castle, and located behind me is the rest of the castle. So let's take a look. I'm standing here, and again it's raining on the 5th or 6th day of our trip, surprise surprise, in front of Wartburg Castle, which is where Luther translated the entire New Testament. And the castle was definitely impressive. One of the things that I liked the most was the big hall up on top, the grand hall, and they even told us that the high school kids still can use it for graduation. So a bunch of the local high school kids still use the big hall for graduation. We got to see the room where Luther actually translated the Bible, and it was a big, cold, and drafty castle.
We were just come down from the Wartburg Castle, and we were visiting the Bach House, and we got to see all of the different instruments and hear the sounds of that time. It was very, very enjoyable, and music that I even want played at my funeral.
They're trying to be really quiet, but the floor's it's really squeaky. So every time you walk by, it makes an enormous amount of sound. Like, absolutely enormous. I'm just gonna have to listen. They're trying to be so quiet. They're all looking at me right now. Well, we've traveled halfway around the world, and we're standing here in Johann Sebastian Bach's original childhood bedroom, where he lived for the first 10 years of his life. So.
We are still in Eisenach, where the Wartburg Castle is up on the hill, but we're visiting at Mrs. Kaka's house, the Luther house, where Luther sang for her, and then he lived here for 3 years at that time.
So here we are. They took us to a roadhouse. It's basically like a glorified version of a Quick Trip, and we walked in with 25 people, and now we're all gonna eat here. We have to be done in 45 minutes. We gotta be done in 45 minutes.
We can't even choose what to eat. There's so much stuff.
We're in the beautiful countryside of Germany here, and everyone is up looking out the windows at all of the farms, all the wonderful stuff that's outside, and Grandma, well, she's up here.